Welcome to Success Principles for Trade Fair Participation. Here are 11 golden rules. Learn from them and benefit from them. Let's begin. Principle number 1. A trade fair is a communication tool. Most exhibitors do not close deals at a fair. Rather than selling on the spot, the purpose of their participation is to raise interest with target group visitors. How? Through visual and verbal communication. Therefore, rather than sales, make effective communication the guiding principle for your trade fair participation. Principle number 2. Win the heart, convince the brain. People communicate to make others adopt ideas or adopt behavior. At trade fairs, this is no different. You communicate to make visitors consider your proposition and act on it. Now, this is what you must know. As there is a natural resistance to change, visitors will apply filters to your communication, both emotionally as well as rationally. It is important to know that emotion precedes logic, and that emotion is an instant, very powerful filter to your communication. What does this mean? Well, obviously you must convince the brain, but before that you must win the heart. So when designing your communication at trade fairs, you therefore define, first of all, what your target group visitors must feel, then what your target visitors must think, then what your target visitors must want, and finally what your target visitors must do. And here's a tip. Always design your communication from the end result backwards. So start with the do and then work your way back to the feel. Principle number 3. Play to win. Obviously, you do not participate in trade fairs to shrink your business. On the contrary, you participate to increase your business or strengthen your business. If this is the case for you, then this also must be your mindset and your approach. Trade fair participation is like playing the finals of a tournament. In the finals, a draw is not a possible outcome. You either come out the winner or the loser. What if you would not come out the winner? What would you have lost then? Of course, you would say you have lost time and money. That's all very true, but that should be the least of your worries, as you'll probably get over it. Much worse is that you have lost opportunities. Opportunities to grow your business. Opportunities, moreover, that may have been seized now by competitors and that may not easily come back to you anymore. So when playing the finals, you are playing to win. And to come out a winner, your tactics and your performance go hand in hand. Principle number 4. 3 critical success factors. When participating in a trade fair, you have many different tasks to take care of, and there are numerous aspects to consider. Each of them impact the result, but cannot individually be regarded as the decisive factor for success. It is the sum of all things to do and to manage before, during and after the fair that determines your success. As such, there are 3 critical success factors for trade fair participation: your pre-fair preparation, your on-site performance and your post-fair follow-up. Principle number 5. Never on autopilot. Participating on the automatic pilot is out of the question. At a trade fair, you are at the forefront of business, in an arena filled with companies that compete with you for the attention, for the interest and the preference of potential and existing buyers. Participating on autopilot in the same way you're always doing or in the same way as other exhibitors are doing is a dead-end street for your trade fair success. Your participation must be tailored and dedicated to achieving specific actions with visitors that you are targeting. Instead of repeating every participation anew what you are doing, you determine your strategy for each participation. Principle number 6. Stand out from the crowd. The best way to attract attention is to stand out from the crowd. As attention is the step up to interest, make sure that you present yourself and perform differently from others when at the trade fair. This applies not only to your stand presentation, but also and above all to your stand behavior and the experience that you give your visitors. People remember and connect to you by how you made them feel. It's even more important than what you tell them. Principle number 7, use AIDA. Since a trade fair is a communication tool, the recipe for success lies in effective communication. On-site, meaning at the trade fair, there are numerous elements that radiate messages. Your logo, slogan, graphics, stand layout, stand design, decorations, products, people, colors, and so on. Each of these elements can make or break your communication. How do you decide on what and how to communicate, and how do you align the elements in your on-site communication? The world's simplest and oldest marketing communication model, AIDA, is the perfect answer to these questions. First attract attention, then raise interest, create desire, and evoke action. To test your communication, carefully look at it and ask yourself, do we attract attention? Do we raise interest? Do we create desire? And do we evoke action? If somewhere the answer is no, change your communication, improve it. Principle number 8. Focus, and the right instrument is return on investment. When it comes to trade fair participation, return on investment is the result of a combination of focus and the right instruments. Apply strict focus in who you want to reach and in the proposition you have for them. Limit yourself as to the number of target groups and limit yourself as to the propositions that connect with their strongest business drivers. Then select the right instruments and use them in the right way to get their attention and raise their interest at the fair. Principle number 9. KISS. Keep it short and simple. With a single glance at your stand, your target group visitors must instantly see and understand your message. Overkill of images, products and text, too many, too long, too small, are proven mistakes for effective communication and useless for that purpose. Principle number 10. WIFM. What's in it for me? Not only should your target visitors instantly see and understand your messages, but your proposition should also instantly trigger their business drivers. Answer the WIFM question that is on their minds when they scan your stand. Make them think, this is interesting, I want to know more. And finally, principle number 11, the trade fair success formula. The last principle and golden rule comes from the Live Communication Research Center and its value model for trade fair participation. It is the trade fair success formula. R times C times M times F. Reach times contacts times meetings times follow-up. The better you can reach your target group visitors, the better it is for success. The more contacts you establish with your target group visitors, the better it is. The more and better meetings you have with the contacts you made, the better it is. Finally, the more effectively you engage after the fair in follow-up on the opportunities you have created at the fair, the better it is. Well, that's it for success principles for trade fair participation. I hope you have enjoyed it. As a next step, please download the text material and use it to guide you in your trade fair participation. For now, thank you very much for watching, goodbye and good luck with your trade fair participations.